What's going on, guys? Pat Damiano here, and today we're going to be learning how to do a half kneeling windmill. Before we go any further, are you using kettlebell complexes in your training? Because if you're not, you should be. They are one of the best ways to do fun, time efficient, and effective full body strength and conditioning workouts. And I'm going to make it super easy for you to implement them. Go ahead and click the first link in my description below so you can get your hands on my list of my 20 best and favorite kettlebell complexes sent directly to you for free. You won't regret it. The half kneeling windmill is one of my favorite mobility exercises. You're gonna get a ton of great mobility in the back and in the sides of your body, including your hips. On top of that, you're gonna be getting a lot of shoulder stability. It is an awesome exercise that I have every one of my clients do and put in all of my programs. Now, with that being said, I do understand that it looks like there's a lot going on and seems like it might be a little confusing, and I get that at first, but I promise you, after just doing a couple reps and going through it nice and slow, and at the end of this video, you are going to be a pro at it and feel super comfortable doing this exercise on your own. All right, so the first thing we're gonna be talking about is our stance and our setup. So we're in a half kneeling position, meaning one knee is on the ground. So in this case, I have my left knee on the ground and my right leg is up. We're gonna get the kettlebell up overhead on the same side that the leg is up. So my right leg is up, I'm gonna be holding the kettlebell in my right hand. From here, I'm going to do a little windshield wiper motion in. So I'm gonna take the leg that is on the ground and I'm going to kick it in. This is just gonna make this exercise a little bit more comfortable and put me in a slightly more balanced position. Now from there, I'm going to be looking up at the kettlebell or the ceiling the entire time, and I'm gonna take my left hand and slide it down my left leg until I reach the ground. And I'm gonna have my hand flat on the floor. Now from here, if this is all you can do, you're just going to come on up. If you don't have great mobility, that might be as far as you can get, and that is totally fine. Now, if you can get farther, we are going to try and do that. So my hand slides down my leg, I find the ground. If I can get a little bit farther down, I'm gonna try and get my elbow to the floor. If I can, my elbow is going to tap the floor, and then I'm gonna come on up. Now, if I can't get my elbow all the way down to the floor, I will go somewhere in between. So if I feel comfortable getting my hand to the ground, but can't get my elbow down all the way, I'll stop somewhere in the middle and then come right back up. Remember, this is a mobility exercise, so we don't want to force anything. We're going to go where our body currently can and try and get just a little bit farther each and every rep. The main thing that I see people do wrong in this exercise is let this leg collapse in as they are going down towards the ground. So as I'm making my way towards the floor and I get my elbow down to the ground or as far as I can get, I'm gonna look to keep this right leg in my scenario as vertical as I possibly can. If I start to let this knee cave in, then that means I'm going down too far and I can't handle that depth. I'm going to go as far down as I can, keeping this shin nice and vertical. Because when I do that, that's how I really get deep into this hip and in this glute. And that is one of the key factors we are looking for in this exercise is a nice stretch in that glute and in this hip. And if our knee is caving in, we are not getting that. And that is the quick and dirty on the half kneeling windmill. Like I said, fairly straightforward exercise. I know the first time you see it, or if you try it without actually learning how to do it, it can feel like a lot. But once you get walked through it a couple times, it is not that tough of an exercise or not that complicated of an exercise. If you are not using this exercise in your training, I highly recommend it. It's gonna be one of the best exercises for you to get into some untouched areas in your hip and in your back and be really good for shoulder stability. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.